But again, capital, what does it cost to trade futures? Like stocks, you know, you guys trade stocks. If you're with E-Trade, I love the baby commercials. I have to give them credit on them. So whatever they're advertising, $7.99 a trade. With futures, they're going to charge you a commission and contract fee, same thing as they would with stocks. Now that cost together should be around $5 per contract. That means round trip, it's $5. Once I get in and out of a trade, it costs me $5. So if I make a point and I make $50 per contract, it actually cost me $5. So I really only made $45 per contract. All right? Now, another great thing about futures are that these costs are negotiable. Once you start trading, a lot of our traders that are trading a couple times a week or a couple times a day, they call up their broker and say, listen, I'm an active trader, so I want to pay less than $5. And you know what your broker will say? Okay, how's $4.80 sound? Now again, it's 20 cents. It might not sound like a lot, but if you're trading multiple contracts several times a day, it adds up. So these costs are negotiable. Okay, now what to look for in a broker? Again, I'm not a broker. Okay, you guys can use whoever you want. I always just recommend a platform that's easy to use because you're going to be trading on your own. Preferably one that has charts. Hopefully they don't charge you for those charts. And that lets you paper trade. Means it lets you trade with fake money. Because there's a learning curve, so you want to practice. So you want an easy to use platform. Also, capital requirements and margin. We talked about this a little bit, that there's different brokers out there. There's a whirlwind of brokers. You could Google brokers and you would get a list of God knows how many. Okay, there's some that are more expensive. There's some that are not. If you're looking, to put $25,000 in an account, then you know what? You're opening, your minimum account size. That thing isn't as important. You have a wider range of brokers you can work with. If you're looking just to put $2,000 in an account, trust me, there are a lot of brokers that do. If you guys had any questions, I always have recommendations. I've used several different brokers. I'm always testing them out for our members. But same thing, if you want to trade with as little as $600 margin per contract, then you're looking at specific brokers. Now, because of the internet, which is a great invention, by the way, everything's so readily available and there's so much competition that you're going to see everything seems to be the same. There's a lot of brokers that are competing for your business, so they'll do whatever they can to accommodate you. Okay? Good technical support and good customer support. Now, this is probably important with every aspect of life. When I say good technical support, when you're new to a platform, if you're doing something new, especially futures, and you need help setting up a chart, or if you need help getting in and out of a trade, it's nice to have someone you can call that's going to help you with that. Tutorials are always good. Those are things to look for in a broker. And good customer support is huge, like anything else in life. Let me tell you a reason why good customer support is good. And this has happened to me with an old broker. You'll know why I'm not with them anymore when I tell you the story. I was trading. This was a couple years ago now. And it was, I got in long, so I bought, and I traded a few contracts, so I was long a few contracts. And right as I went to go put in my target and my stop loss, my internet went down. Even the greatest of internets go down sometimes. I'm hardwired in with Comcast, and I usually don't have an issue, but this day, my internet went down. So my recommendation, I always tell my members this, and I think it's happened to one person, I think, besides me, that when you're flying blind, when you don't know where the market is, you don't have a stop loss in, you don't have a target in, you don't know what's going on with the market, call up your broker and you tell them to get you out of the trade immediately. So I went to call up my broker, and I heard this: "Thank you for calling. Please leave a message and we'll get back to you as soon as possible." That is not something you want to hear when you're trading live. So let's just say I moved my money the very next day. So again, good customer support, someone that actually picks up the phone, is very important. Quick fills on trades and best entry. Again, because of the way the internet is now, the way that communication is so rapid, that most, if not all, brokers will guarantee this. That means if I put in a market order, I want to be filled immediately. And again, everything is so fast nowadays that they all will guarantee this for the most part. Fair commission and contract rates. Again, we talked about you should be paying around $5 a contract. If you do not ask, they will try to charge you more. And why wouldn't they? They're assuming you don't know any better. And they're going to try to milk as much money out of you as you can. There's brokers that if you don't ask, they're going to charge you $7 to $8 a contract. But if you say, hey, I should be paying around $5.50, they'll say, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about. Then we should not overcharge him. Okay, good charting, a major plus. By the way, with everything that we do, we don't use a lot of indicators. The methods that we use are based off of institutional buying and selling, so we don't need a lot of indicators. The ones that we do use are pretty basic and available pretty much with every charting platform that there is. Again, most of it's free now, the way these brokers are, again, because everything is so competitive in the business that it's mostly of it's free. If you use eSignal, awesome. It's great. You don't need it. It's expensive, but if you have it, it's fine. You don't have to switch charting. Okay, so technology. You need a computer, and you need a reliable and relatively fast internet connection. What that means is no dial-up and no HughesNet stuff, which is the satellite dish internet. Everything else is fine. I have a laptop. When I go on vacation or when I travel and I want to trade, I have a broadband card, and that is absolutely fine. It does the trick. Okay, again, you need charting. I don't care whether it's a separate charting thing or if it's with your broker. Just reliable charting. Doesn't have to be the most fancy, fandangled thing in the world, but just good charting. Okay? So why pivotal directions? For several reasons. Again, we're teachers. Our strategies are proven. I've been trading successfully for years. My members that I've been teaching for years are now trading without me and are making a living trading. They're proven, and I teach them exactly how I know. I don't try to hide anything. I'm going to give you all the information that I know, all the strategies I know, step by step, how to use them. And we're going to hold your hand every step of the way. Okay, we do everything to make sure you understand our trades, how to execute them. How do we do that? We have a daily chat room every day in which I'm in the chat room every day explaining the strategies, why we're taking a long, why we're going short, what our target is. And a lot of times my members will tell me what the target is before I can even get it out of my mouth. Okay, so not only are we going to tell you the strategies, not only are we going to tell you, how to know when to go long, when to go short, but we're going to also be there to reinforce it. We'll tell you, hey, short here. You might know, hey, judging by this strategy, we should be going long at this number. Then when you hear me say, hey, we should go long at this number, reinforcement. So always there. I'm not teaching you something and saying good luck. I'm always there holding your hand every day, directing you, reinforcing those things that we teach. Oh, this is a nice, pretty picture. This is where I went to college, by the way. And I had a lot of fun there. I was a finance major. Here is something that I will tell you. I'm probably not a good advocate for college, at least a business degree. I learned nothing about trading in college. In fact, I learned nothing about finance in college. And it's not because I'm smart. Don't ever think that. It's not because of that. It's just because they don't teach this this stuff in college. It's a shame that they don't. I'm very upset that they don't, but they don't. And you know what? It cost me $100,000 to go there for 4 years. Right around there. 100 grand. Rooming, board, all that fun stuff. Didn't learn anything about trading in college. And I was excited to. I was excited to learn a lot in college. Didn't. I should have found a different major. Okay? There are other people that trade futures. Again, we think that we're very unique in what we do. Daily chat room, holding your hand every step of the way. We also know that our strategies work because we do them every day. I just showed you what happened today. It's not like I'm showing you what happened last year. I can show you what happened according to our strategies and exactly what we did Tuesday and Monday, day in and day out. What's great, I hear so many times about people who trade stocks. And there's nothing wrong with it. Coach Frank, who's not here, a lot of you guys have met Frank. He still trades stocks. He's been doing it since he was 12 years old, as I have too. But I don't like, for me personally, I don't like looking at 12, having a watch list, having to go through so many different stocks every day. Doesn't mean it's bad. If you like doing it and you're successful doing it, I'm not telling you not to continue doing it. But I only have to look at one thing every day. And I don't have to worry about, oh man, and I got to hear this a lot. Ford. I should have bought it when it was $1.50. Then it went to $6. Like, oh man, I really should have bought it when it was $1.50. It was really low. I should have bought it. Then it went to $12. Man, I should have bought it when it was $6. What's great about futures trading and what we do is there is opportunity every day. You never have to beat yourself up for missing a trade, for missing a day. I was in Israel for 10 days. At the beginning of March. And I wasn't able to trade for 20 days. You know what? I didn't get upset about it because as soon as I came back, the strategies that we teach, we use every day. I always tell our members, the numbers may change, the strategies do not. Okay. So member benefits, this is what we do for our members, by the way. We have a daily chat room. Now, it's open Monday through Friday from 8 to 4. Now, that being said, we're actually, Frank, a lot of the times, is in the room at 5:30 in the morning. We have trades that we teach that we can make money and be done for the day before the market ever opens. And a lot of times, Frank's in the room 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. We have trades that are focused on that time. You're also going to see my chart. You're going to see everything that I see. I don't try to hide everything. I'm telling you my strategies, exactly how I use them. I want you all to be successful. I want all my members to be successful. So I teach them exactly how I use. You get to see exactly what chart I'm looking at. Although when I teach you, we make sure that your charts are set up exact same way too. So you won't need my chart, but it's always there if you do. Every day, you get to see exactly what I'm looking at every day. Also a daily trading plan. I put a plan together every night for our members. So as soon as we're done here tonight, I'll be putting together this plan for our members that has important information that we need to know prior to trading the next day. And they get that every night, Sunday through Thursday. Okay, and then we do online webinars exclusively that are members only. No one else is invited to them but members. We also actually do live events for members where we talk about many different subjects, psychology of trading. We go over different trades live, continually teaching. Again, the things that we teach, the strategies that we teach, there are a handful of them. They never change. So we drive them into your brain until they're stuck there. So it's not like you have to learn something new every week. Once you learn them, you're good for life.